gets dark.
Okay, we'll start. I'm gonna go ahead and just start. We'll get to it.
Golden.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dark Punks Pod Piece, the dirtiest place inside of the Roadhouse, and the only podcast.
That's not the name.
That's the name. The Dark Punks, Dark Pods, Tide Pods Podcast. We're gonna talk about your laundry needs, all of your laundry needs. The white's the whitest, the black's the blackest. The color. Do you separate your colors and for your clothing, your laundry?
No.
I don't know anybody who does that. I've never met a person who did that.
Yeah, I know I'm supposed to. I mean, especially for like, shirts that you don't want.
All of my clothes are black. All of my clothes are black.
Yeah, same. Same. Do you use the proper settings for the shirts that you wash and everything?
Oh God, no. I put everything on high and big load, and I start it up.
It's pretty much you.
Yeah.
High with big
load. I wash all my clothes in cold water. Though. I don't use hot water.
You're supposed to use cold water, right?
Yeah, that's what I use. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what all the tags and the shirts say.
Yeah, so I just wash everything in cold water, and then my dryer is the highest setting on my dryer is it takes like 5 hours, but everything is so dry, it literally is like suffocating for water. It's dying.
Oof. Yeah.
So here we are at the Tide Pods podcast.
Tide Pods.
The Dark Peaks podcast. I'm, of course, DemonPeaks. It's Sean. This is a GothPeaks. Adam. Say hello, Adam.
Okay. Hi.
On today's show, we're going to talk about 5 actors or actresses, we'd like to see in David Lynch movies or TV, working with David.
Stop pandering to ovary peaks, okay?
Yeah. Well, they already got mad at me about that.
So I'm kidding.
And 3, we'd like to see return. I'm just going to say, there's not going to be a lot of ladies on this list. I have 1, I think.
I have 3. Well, 3. Well, 2 on the top 5, and then 1 on the 3.
I want to give a shout out to people who did our opening song. Lula is in trouble. Song is Midnight Coffee. And if you're on the YouTubes, logos and artwork are done by Corvid Days. Find them on Etsy. They do amazing work. The show opening was done by Goth himself. It's quite good. Good job. We're also on Spotify, blah, 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 Anchor, all that other good stuff. Most people had to listen to us last week on, or 2 weeks ago.
Spotify?
2 shows ago on Spotify because I uploaded no audio on our video for Nina Simone's Gum.
Oh, yeah.
Which it's fixed now. It says re-upload.
It's fine. I was listening to it on Spotify, and it was actually I listened to it because I wanted to hear exactly what we said about it.
I will only occasionally I'll get suckered into it.
Mm-hmm.
My mic. Can you hear me okay?
You sounded better other times, but
is this better?
I can a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Actually have my mic so I can talk into it. I don't know what I was doing. Well, he was eating a whole box of fucking tacos like a piece of shit.
Maybe move it back a little bit and projecting, sir. Try to use your sexy voice.
From the diaphragm. It's from the diaphragm.
No. Your sexy voice. The sexy voice isn't from the diaphragm.
I sound like Tom Waits now because I'm sick still,
No, I've been sounding like Tom Waits as well because of things I've been putting into my body.
Like a big juicy cock in your mouth, huh? Just fucking sucking them down.
Oh, that's what you're saying Tom Waits does, huh? Okay.
Let's get into it. We start with our 3 things. Let's talk about Will Smythe.
Mike.
And the cuckold that he is. What a fucking joke, huh? His wife hates him. She talks about how much she fucking hates him. She doesn't want to be married to him. The kids write letters to her ex-boyfriend, Tupac Shakur. Oh, what a joke. His life is not good.
Yeah, that wasn't.
And then he goes and slaps a comedian. That's a bad precedent. Don't slap a comedian. Don't touch a comedian.
He held some pretty proper restraint with that, didn't he?
I mean, I don't think it's.
I don't know if there's much he could have done, but still.
I don't think it's good precedent to hit comedians.
No,
I think it's bad precedent.
Absolutely.
He wouldn't have done it if The Rock was up there, or Joe Rogan or something. He wouldn't have slapped them.
Of course not.
There was a little guy,
Yeah.
Also,
if he tried to slap them, I think they'd probably stop.
He'd probably beat the shit out of him. Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do? But it's the pretension of these Scientologists, narcissistic fucking cocksuckers.
I don't know if the Scientology thing is true entirely.
They're all a bunch of Scientologists. Every single one of them is fucking Scientologists.
They're fucking. I don't like them though.
Yeah, every single one of these narcissistic and these award shows are just them jacking off on each other, fucking coming so they can pat themselves in the back and say, "Look how great we are." They vote on their own shit. Fuck you, you pieces of fucking garbage.
I used to watch those fucking award shows when I was, really young, and I was watching with my parents and my family. It was just a fun little. It was a nice, fun, boring. Yeah, well, it was a boring thing to tune into, and I was into it. I got to hear about these cool movies. I ended up, watching eventually. Back when movies that were mentioned on the Oscars were, really good.
Yeah.
I'm not to say that. Well, I'm not saying that the stuff that comes out now isn't good. Okay, it's not something for me exactly, dude. I don't know. It's just not really for me. I wish I can get it.
People who watch award shows worship celebrities. They sit there and they go, "Oh, look how amazing these fucking ignorant cocksuckers are." They're fucking dancing monkeys at best.
Yeah, I mean, I love when Ricky Gervais fucking hosted the Oscars.
My God,
that was great, right?
He makes fun of Apple for having sweatshops. Makes fun of people working for Apple. He makes fun of them all being Harvey Weinstein's buddy and Jeffrey Epstein's buddy. So come up here and say thank your producer and thank your God and get the fuck off the stage. And he's right.
Yeah.
Fuck every single one of them. I just wanted to bring that up because I hate all of them. Every single one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I made a fucking meme about the G.I. Jane 2 joke and
you got how you were ensconcing white privilege. I don't know if anybody knows here. Adam is not a white man.
I don't think they give a fuck, dude. I don't know. You know what? I know there's gonna be somebody who's gonna point out, Middle Eastern people still have to fill out under white when they're.
He's white passing. He's a white passing gentleman, and so it's gonna be some fucking piece of shit white cocksucker. Anyways, it's gonna say it.
It was just I didn't expect it to go like that, dude. I got some major blowback for that. Not major. I'm not gonna make it that.
Yeah, now who gives a shit? You got some funny people getting mad. How dare you make fun of a black woman? Let's get the fuck out of here. She's a piece of shit. She's an ignorant.
Well, okay, no, I wasn't even trying to say that with the fucking post. I thought
I'm making fun of a situation. It's a thing that happened.
Yeah, and it's still a funny joke, and even still, it's still a complimentary at best, I would say.
Because the first GI Jane woman wasn't very good. But it did have Demi Moore.
Fun movie.
She was a beautiful lady.
It was an awesome movie.
No, it was a fucking. What talking about? Well, G.I. Jane was an awesome movie. No, it wasn't.
You didn't find it entertaining?
I jacked off to it, probably.
So you found it entertaining?
I mean, I guess in the way that I find every Demi Moore movie entertaining. As much as I don't know what Showgirls, whatever she was in, she got her tits out. Striptease, yeah. I get those two confused because they're fucking terrible movies.
Yeah, no, but I'm not even going to talk about that anymore. I lost funny followers from that.
You lost how many?
You know what? What was that?
How many did you lose? 35?
I think it's been getting more and more because here's what's been happening. I've been gaining a good amount of followers, but then I think what's happening is like, oh, I love these memes. And then I get to the G.I. Jane 2, and then I think that's when I lose them because I see an uptick of followers, and I'm like, oh shit, I lost the. It's still the same.
I lost 50 people one time because I posted an anti-Israel thing.
Oh, okay.
We still can't beat Sign
What can you
Peaks.
do? You can't,
He
you can't
loses
do it.
thousands of people for just on a lark.
Oh well, it's still up there. I
Guy
mean,
gives a shit. Yeah, I mean, leave it up.
I like it. I think it's a funny.
Well,
I think it's a funny
Sign Peak
meme.
said he lost 100 followers from changing it to Signs, SIGN, for a day.
How do people not get that?
We
it's
can't.
an April Fool's thing?
I could post the worst thing ever. Like we couldn't beat him just being stupid and still getting people mad.
Yeah, but no. How about this? What if that's people kind of like leaning into the joke and making it that much funnier by unfollowing, and then they knowing all well that they're going to follow again. Especially
you ruin the illusion here. Piece of shit.
I'm anti-illusionary.
Let's move on from that to some deaths. George's mom from Seinfeld, Estelle.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's not. She was quite old, but she's still
Very
funny.
old, yeah.
And Scott Hall, Razor Ramon.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a rough one for you, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I grew up seeing him too. So.
Excuse me, everybody. Yeah, I think he was popular for a lot of people growing up when they watched wrestling. You know.
Oh yeah.
He was big in the '90s, NWO and everything.
Well, you know, he's one of the wrestlers that they would feature on the cover of the games, like, you know, the WrestleMania game that's super popular.
He's a big, good-looking guy. You know what I mean? Like, got charisma out the ass. He did Tony Montana. He was just doing Tony Montana for a couple of years there.
It was fun. It was really cool. So yeah, rest in peace.
Go, you know, for everybody.
Yeah, rest in peace.
So sure. You will be missed, Scott. Big fan. I still have all my NWO shirts. Santa Monica here in California. No more USPS in Santa Monica.
Really?
The post office is no longer delivering because they keep getting attacked.
Wow.
In parts of Santa Monica. So there you go. There's your California news further falling into the shit. It's going to be summer soon. You guys are just going to burst into flames coming up here. It happens every year.
Yeah. We don't handle the sun all too well.
No, it's the middle of the fucking desert. That's why. I'm not supposed to be living there.
Yeah.
If where you live at bursts into flames once a year, that's probably a sign that you shouldn't live there. It's like those people that live along the Mississippi and their house floods every year and they just build a new house. Thinking she's not supposed to live there, obviously.
Can you do a Cajun accent?
You know what? My Creole sounds like Andre from The League doing a Creole accent. Got a dingo how, yeah. You know, it's just a string of gibberish because you're not really saying words when it's Creole. You know what I mean? What you got in the dingo? Yeah. Do you ever talk to like a Creole person? They fucking make no sense. Everything they're saying makes no sense. You go down to New Orleans and you'll tell them hot but dry. And you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then you're on a fishing boat and you're dumping a body. You don't know what's going on. You're banging a slow girl. You have no idea what's happening. He's got you at night.
I didn't follow any of that, buddy. Anyway, I was gonna ask, with that accent, you should say, "Well, it's time to rebuild again."
Time to rebuild, like, yeah, boy. It doesn't make any sense. That's my. I can't do a lot of accents. I'd love doing that. It's like when you're in line at the bathroom and the woman's line for the bathroom is really long and the men's line is really short.
Yes.
And in the middle, there's a shrimp boat captain and he's directing things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, sure.
It's the Crawdad Man, I think his name was.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I find that very humorous.
You're in LA, so wait until you're not getting any fucking mail.
No, I'm like Covina, so I'm getting my mail.
It's coming. It's gonna be coming soon. You're bursting the flames. People are attacking the post. Who's attacking a postman? It's not a dog. Don't attack a postman.
Man, our postman in this apartment complex is a sweetheart. So
I don't get mail here because I live in a place that doesn't make any sense. Like they can't find my house, which I'm thankful for. Nobody can. So if you have my address, you have no idea where I live. But the postman that works around here is a good look. He's a really hot guy, like a really hot guy. And I'm like, wow, why is he When did they
Muscular.
start getting like a really good? He's got a big muscular. He's got a beard. He's like,
Muscular.
I'm like, look at that dude. I was like, fuck, man. I almost crashed my car one time looking at the mail guy. Like, holy shit, that's a good looking male guy. I never seen a. I didn't know they was. I didn't. You think about a male guy. You don't think about a hot person. You know what I mean? You think about like a weird.
If you're watching a porn, I'm sure like you get that typical fantasy playing out of the mailman.
Is there male pornography? Is there MAIL pornography? Is that a thing?
MAIL.
Well, I said male. Obviously, there's male pornography. Is there male pornography? I don't indulge. I've never seen, a mail room pornography.
You never saw a male guy getting blown?
I don't watch porn. You know that. I mean, I have in my life.
Yeah, I'm saying, in the time that you haven't seen that?
I really was watching it for the stories. You know what I mean? The production values and stuff.
Yeah, like reading Penthouse and Playboy for the articles.
Yeah. Playboy used to have good articles. They really did. Used to have,
yeah.
They were
still some that they bring back every once in a while to highlight.
Well, I can't. Hugh Hefner was a horrible piece of shit.
Yeah,
horrible piece of shit.
From what I've heard, yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck that dude. Just in general, fuck him. I don't like porn to begin with, and I don't like Hugh Hefner. So really, but I have read some interviews from Playboy that were quite hard hitting.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what the fuck? This is from Playboy?
Surprising.
Who'd have thought? Let's get into today's topic. We're going to start with 3 people we'd like to see return.
Absolutely.
And give me a capacity that you kind of want to see. I didn't put anything, but we'll talk about it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's so appropriate that we're talking about this today, even though people are going to be well aware.
Let's get into that first.
New
David Lynch. Something.
Must be apparently a feature film of some kind, premiering at Cannes.
If it's a Cannes, well, he has everybody forgets he has a booth at Cannes. So he has like a table every year. He has a table. Him and 1 year. So here's a weird story. 1 year, him and Alan Jajovsky and Shin Tsukamoto were at the same table at Cannes together.
Mm-hmm.
They did like a special vote, and they were hanging out. They went to Jodorowsky's chateau in France or whatever. He's in Cannes, and him and Tsukamoto were talking. He said, "How do you get your ideas?" And he took him down to a cellar, and in it was a book of dissections. It was an empty room with a table and a book of just dissections and one light. And he said, I come down here and I read this and I get my ideas. And Tsukamoto was like, that's a little too much for me. That's a little too much. Thank you. But those 3 hanging out is something I would love to see.
Oh yeah.
Those are 3 of my favorite directors. Just, I would love to see them, what they were doing, what they were talking about. They're slowly getting drunk.
So Lynch attends every year then?
I don't know if it's every year, but he has like a table for him.
Nice.
I assume he does because he's got nothing else to do. He's not a very busy guy. Let's be honest with you, David Lynch.
Well, dude, apparently he's been quite busy. He had a fucking new film.
We don't even know. We don't even know if there's going to be a thing. We don't know that yet.
I think it's a new film, man.
I think it's probably a new film. You know what? He probably did. He probably recut the stuff from the Wisteria Lodge into a movie like Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I had the same theory. Yeah,
because he did it with Mulholland Drive. The show didn't catch on. Here's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably going to do the same thing, and that's hit or miss. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think there was some parts.
You thought Mulholland Drive was very messy, which it was.
It was very messy as an editing was very messy. The story worked, but it was very poorly edited.
Yeah.
It was just a real sloppy. It was a good film.
I'm not saying yes, and I agree. I'm just saying I understand.
It was a great film. That doesn't take away from the film, but you can tell if you watch it and you're watching it with like a film with an eye for film. It was real. It was all over the place.
Is there one editing scene like awful editing scene?
I don't know in particular that there was one particularly. It was just you could tell that stuff was disjointed. And and he can get away with that because it's David Lynch and just comes off as kitschy. But it's certainly even then I was like, well, I can see that this was going to be something different. But I still like the movie. It just is what it is. He
The
made
thing
the
about,
best
like,
with what he had, you know, and that's all you can do.
well, speaking about a total mess, you have Inland Empire screening in theaters again, and
What a film that is. I love
dude,
Inland Empire,
I'm gonna be
but
watching it in the theaters of this on the 15th, I think. Like, no, not on the 15th, but like some of
yeah,
the weekend coming up. Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
I really like that movie, but I have no idea what's going on there.
I mean, I had my own like vague ideas from what I
Yeah,
followed from the because it's on YouTube actually. There's a fantastic copy, and I think it might be a fucking DVD rip of the fucking
it's the
remaster.
DVD rip. Yeah.
Well, no, because the one that you and I already know about that's been on for like years, they took that off, but somebody just re-uploaded it like a few days ago,
Oh,
and
cool.
uh, and I think it might be a screener copy of the remaster one that's going around playing in theaters right now.
Oh, I don't really know
Because
what
it
needs
looks wild.
remastered.
It looks wildly fucking different for being on YouTube, dude. It
What
looks
needs remastered in that? What's
well. I mean, they totally refreshed it from what. Have you seen the trailer for the
yeah, but I don't know
remaster?
what needed refreshed.
I don't know. It just looks good. That's all.
It
That's all
looked
I know.
fine before. I don't understand.
Well, it looks good. Still looks. I think it looks like more crisp.
Is it going to make any more fucking sense because it's
No,
nicer looking? Then I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck how it looks.
you're just being mad to be mad.
No, I mean it's fine that it looks different, but like what I hated when they did it to Eraserhead. I hated it. So they took all the grit out when they remastered it,
Mm.
and it ruined the fucking movie.
I think I've only seen from the remaster, so I can't say anything.
Watch the original cut. Don't watch the remaster. It's a
Do you
whole
have
different fucking movie.
Do you have a copy of that?
Oh,
Like,
of course,
that you
I got a
can
copy
send
of
me?
everything. I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Send that shit over to my OneDrive or something, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, of course I do. I'm not an asshole. I mean, I am an asshole, but okay. So maybe a new movie. Hopefully, a new movie. I want to see anything.
Yeah, exciting. Nora Dern for sure going to be in it. So.
Well, she's in fucking everything. She's not on this list because she's in fucking everything he does. I couldn't put her on this because she's already in everything.
Yeah. But no, they're saying that's gonna be Laura Dern for sure in it, but also with other returning people too. I mean, not to be expected, but you're still happy to hear it. So
I wonder, probably Kyle. He said he was doing something, and I'm sure.
I think everybody who posted something Wisteria related when they posted the Wisteria flower or the Wisteria tree, I'm pretty sure all of them have something to do with it.
I'm down for that. Yeah, whatever they want to do.
Yeah, totally.
Who's your number 3 returning?
Mine, of course, no order, but I'll say my number. Yeah, Nicolas Cage, absolutely. I would love to see come back because I love Nicolas Cage. Yeah. What's not the fucking, you know.
Mr. Cage is on mine as well. I feel like we talk about Nicolas Cage every week.
It's valid, man.
I mean, he's a great,
especially with his new movie coming out, the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I don't like Ike Barinholtz.
I don't know. I don't think I know who Ike Barinholtz is.
He's got like a gap in his teeth. He's like a comedian. He was on Mad TV. He's in it. He's in one of the trailers, like talking about. He's not funny. He's the least funny guy I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm gonna see if I can bring up a photo of him.
Ike Bear, IKE. Bear.
I'm better off doing it on my phone.
I'll just do it.
But yeah, you don't like that guy though? Yeah,
no, he's not funny. Every time I hear his fucking cunt voice. Every time I hear his cunt voice, it turns me off whatever the fuck he's in. He's gonna be Dracula coming up here.
Oh, this guy, yeah, the one who kind of looks like fucking Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. He looks like an uglier Donnie Wahlberg. He's gonna be Dracula coming up here in the Renfield movie.
Oh yeah, Nicolas Cage.
And he mentioned mentioned The Thing and The American Werewolf in London as inspirations for his Dracula. You know what he didn't mention? Any Dracula movies.
No, absolutely not.
What movie inspires your Dracula? American Werewolf in London. That's about a werewolf.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know. It's just something I like, and I thought it would be good.
Well, you know what I think here is we saw
Thank
him.
You so much. Sorry, I had coffee.
Oh my!
Delivered to me by my daughter.
She's a very sweet. Every time I see her, she's always got a pissed off look on her face. I like it.
She has a pissed off look on her face right now.
Yeah, we're talking about you.
I'm kidding.
We saw him when he was real young with David, in Wild at Heart. But
Yeah,
this mature, modern Cage is the best Cage.
It's great.
He is in his prime right now. And to see him and David together and like on this level would be something really fucking good. Would be something really exciting. I think I'm excited. I hope they work together again.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's something, if he does come back, I'd like to see him work with a new addition that you're going to hear on my top 5 list for that. So
okay, you bring that up. I'll do the next guy, Brad Dorf.
Dorf.
He was in Blue Velvet.
No?
He was in Dune. He was in Phone for the Cuckoo's Nest. He was in Lord of the Rings.
I have to bring up a picture, otherwise I'm not going to know.
In Blue Velvet, he was the member. He was one of the tough guys in the Dennis Hopper's gang.
Oh,
the gang that included Jack Nance.
This guy.
Yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
I love that guy. He was Grima Wormtongue in Lord of the Rings, and he was. I think he's a strange dude. He's a real strange guy, and I think he's a natural.
For Lynch. Yeah, for Lynch.
He's a natural fit. Obviously, they've worked together before. He's getting a little older. He's getting a little long in the tooth. He's not a great actor, but I like him. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Every time I see him or something, I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be. He brings a level of like creepiness to everything that I like.
Is it safe to say that with Lynch, he doesn't necessarily care about the skills with the acting more than he does about the feeling that they bring on?
I say this. I give David Lynch a lot of grief about a lot of stuff, but his ability to get the best out of his actors is no one else can do that.
Mm-hmm.
He takes crappy actors and he gets the best performance, and then they can do that nowhere else. Mm-hmm. Nothing else they do is half as good as what something about him. He's got this charisma and his drive, and he really is nice, and he's calm, and he brings the stuff out of people that you're like, wow, I can't believe that they did that.
Yeah, totally. I have all these criterions of his, and I need to watch all the behind the scenes stuff to get more of an insight of the filmmaking of his.
If you're gonna watch Inland Empire, watch the deleted scenes. There's like 2 hours of deleted scenes.
Well, I'm hoping the upcoming, what I assume upcoming, the Criterion.
We'll have more, maybe.
Well, yeah. I hope I can see that. I won't be able to see anything else about it until.
Who's your next one?
That comes out. Next one would be Patricia Arquette.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
I've always liked her. I've always been a big fan, and I loved her in fucking Lost Highway for sure. And she's another one of my favorite movies of all time, True Romance.
Yep.
So.
And I want to say I'd like to see David deal with some older women. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Patricia Arquette, she's still a great actress, but I like that she's a little older. She's a little more mature. She's a little different. It's a little different than he's used to dealing with. And I would like to see how he deals with that, because he's not really doesn't deal with a lot of older women in his stuff in a positive way.
Aside from Dern.
Laura Dern's still playing Laura Dern. You know what I mean? Like she's still playing 30. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't write her as a mature.
You've seen her in the trailer for the new Jurassic Park or whatever it is.
No, I stopped
watching. They put her in the same outfit and everything.
I stopped watching after Jurassic Park 3, and that was like 1999. I have not seen Jurassic World. I've not seen Jurassic Fuck. I've not seen Jurassic Fuck 2. More bang for your fuck. I don't want. The fucking premise is done. I've seen Billy and the Clonosaurus. All right. Mm-hmm. I saw Jurassic Park, and I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, it's all about the first two, really, and the third one was cool too. It was nice to see Sam.
The second one sucked too.
The third one was not the worst of those. So that's what I would say.
We were saying Patricia Arquette and her brother, David Arquette.
I would love to see him in one movie. He's on my list, but I would love to see him.
He's a former WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
I need to watch his documentary.
It was pretty good. David. I mean, I don't know how seriously you can take David Arquette.
Not the most serious. He's an interesting dude though. He grew up on a fucking commune.
He wrestles still. Did you know that? He's a professional wrestler now.
I thought he retired after that came out.
He might have, because he got his neck sliced open pretty bad in a match, and maybe don't be an idiot.
You know, he was on Duncan Trussell's podcast, and that was he's a pretty interesting guy for sure.
Yeah, he's got he's good. But Patricia Arquette I really liked. But she was in Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, was she?
She was pretty good in that. Yeah.
I nice. I need to watch that. I remember going out
up until the last season.
I saw her in the kids movie Holes. Just so you don't.
With Shia LaBeouf.
Yes.
Shia LaBeouf and me are Eskimo brothers.
Yes, really.
Yeah. We'll talk about that some other time.
Yeah, that's my number 2. What about you?
I only have one more for my 3 because we both had Nicolas Cage. Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah, good choice, buddy.
He's the second best villain David Lynch ever had on screen. Bobby Peru, obviously first is Dennis Hopper's Frank Booth.
Yeah.
But Bobby Peru is a close second. He's there though. If he had more screen time, we might be having a different conversation. Unsettling. I mean, that was 1990 when he worked with David last, and he's still going strong. You know, the movie The Northman's coming out. He's in. Looks pretty good. Looks like The Green Knight. The Lighthouse was great.
Northman's been getting some really good reviews so far.
I actually want to see that. Looks fairly interesting to me. I like that kind of vague, artsy gobbledygook. I like The Green Knight a lot. It was really good. It was one of the same film like that.
I know you told me to watch it. It's on my list, so
I don't know if it would. I don't know if you'd like it. It's not the most exciting.
I saw the trailer and I've been wanting to watch it for a long time. So
I mean, and the range on Willem, he's played Jesus, he's played the Green Goblin. I mean, that's a big range, right?
Yeah, a very big range.
So you were Jesus Christ. So you're gonna be in a green suit and you're gonna fly around. Okay. Did you ever see Scorsese's Last Temptation of Christ?
Dude, it was a long time ago, and I was really too young to really,
It's not a new film. Yeah, it was pretty.
No, it's not a new film. Yeah.
For Jesus movies, it's fairly good. I mean,
I love the fucking soundtrack though.
Oh yeah,
the score, the Peter Gabriel and Nosferatu score. Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
It's Scorsese. You can't really Scorsese.
Yeah. No,
he doesn't really do wrong.
I'm sure I would love it now.
Yeah, but Willem Dafoe, David Lynch, no argument there.
Definitely no argument for me. I'm kind of jealous that it wasn't on mine. That's a good one. For me, it's my last one on that list will be Henry Rollins.
He was in Lost Highway.
Yeah, a small little part in Lost Highway.
He was a cop. Was he a cop?
He was like a guard in the prison. Yeah.
He was some kind of something. I remember he had a uniform on. Yeah.
And he was cracking corny ass jokes with the other guard there, and fucking loved it. But I always love seeing music. Like you're gonna see that my top 5 list is very musician heavy. But I love seeing Henry in like movies that I saw when I was growing up too. So
he also did one with Charlie Sheen where he was a cop. Not
We're going to be talking about that. We are going to be talking about this movie.
What a
weird. We're going to be talking a good amount.
What a weird film to come up frequently.
I'm so excited he brought it up.
Where he's banging the girl in the car and he's driving the car.
The chase. We're going to be talking a good amount about the fucking chase, dude.
What a bad film that was. But I enjoyed it.
I love that fucking movie. I
enjoyed it. It's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie, but it's part of my childhood, and I fucking love it, dude. And it's such a fucking yeah, dude. You have no idea how giddy I am that we're going to be talking about this.
So next month for my other channel, that's Daytona Mackay World Reviews. I'm doing Harry Dean Stanton month, and one of the movies I did was Repo Man. And,
buddy,
and it got me. I'm watching it. And I realize Emilio Estevez is a terrible actor.
No, yeah, he's not.
He got none of the talent his dad or his brother had.
No, not really. Well, I mean, even you got the best out of him, and I think in probably The Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah, and I don't even like the Breakfast Club. I'll be honest with you.
I still love those movies. Too,
I like it because I grew up with it, but I don't. I can't watch it. It's not entertaining.
Watching it now, do you still like other John Hughes movies though? No. Sorry.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Probably not. No.
Probably doesn't hold up.
We've know this before. I don't like stuff about high school. I didn't like being in high school. I don't like stuff
now
about
that I watch stuff about high school, it's just it doesn't hit me the way it used to when I was a little
like
bit younger.
I didn't want to watch stuff in high school when I was in high school because I didn't want to be there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I think about now too, is that how much I really fucking want to stray away from anything that reminds me of being in high school. It's fucking, yeah.
So I don't get the appeal for a lot of this stuff personally. People watch this Riverdales and the Euphorias. That's not for me. No thank you.
Euphoria. I have to give it up for that. I love Euphoria.
I'm not gonna.
My lady and I both love Euphoria.
That's because you're a bunch of pedophiles.
You're
And
a pedophile.
hey, not on this. Right?
You got the food of the pedophile right there.
If I had $1 billion, I'd be a pedophile.
There's a food of the pedophile on your shirt.
There's Garmin Bosia Club. Find them at my thing. Whatever. LethalMakai.com. I'm gonna put up some other stuff. I just can't think of anything that I make that would fit on a t-shirt. It's so hyper referential.
Yeah.
Maybe my Bob Pog shirt.
You should actually.
Bob's back in Pog form, you know.
That would be good, dude. I want
to do more Simpsons memes.
You should, because
I love the Simpsons.
I run those Springfield memes or Springfield Peaks, whatever that was.
They don't do anything. I never see them do anything.
They don't post.
No.
Yeah.
I'm doing two ones that I really enjoy. And I'm doing Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Yeah.
Don't Peek Me, I'm Scared, which I'm loving it. But this week I took a break from that to do Monkey Island's getting a new game, one of my favorite.
Oh yeah, you posted about that. That's I'm not familiar with it, but I know it has a lot of history though.
Well, there's in the first game, when you sword fight, you learn how to sword fight by insulting the person, and then you respond with a proper back insult. It's called insult sword fighting. So I'm doing Twin Peaks characters in their fights with their insults from the game.
Perfect.
Yeah, eventually fits pretty good. I did the Chester Desmond one today from the Missing Pieces, and people are like, "What is this from? I never saw this." And I'm like, "Oh, it's from the Missing Pieces." I forgot nobody saw.
I love it. I love it. I mean, it's fucking authentic. It's stuff that nobody else will fucking think of. That's why I love it.
Everybody's doing the same generic fucking Wholesome Peaks bullshit. She's back and with her crap and boring shit that she'll do. Stupid bitch.
Jesus Christ.
2R5 people we want to see David Lynch work with. On that note, calling Coral a stupid bitch. We're moving right along.
Who's gonna be the first one? Me?
She's also a Holocaust denier.
Yeah, we've established that on this one quite a bit.
It's a fact. I mean, you watched this show, you know that she's a Holocaust denier. So when you go to her page, think about the fact that she looked at me in the eyes and said, 606 million. What's the difference?
Wow.
Start off with your top 5.
All right. First one of my top 5, no order.
These are no order. Hey, I have an honorable mention before you go. I have one honorable mention.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, buddy.
He didn't make my cut, but he almost did. I just want to mention him real briefly. Paul Dano.
Dude, he was almost on my fucking list too.
He was almost on our list. And I cut him for someone better, but he was this close. I love the guy.
You're gonna be kind of probably weirded out by my list, but I think I ended up cutting out Paul Dano for someone older that he's already been in a lot of movies still, but he's one of my favorites. So, but yeah.
Good. What's your 5?
All right. Well, the first one here, it might be weird, but Nick Cave. I would love to see
all the
Nick
great
Cage.
acting he's done.
It's not about the great acting, and we talked about this. So I think he would have some.
You haven't even seen the movie that he acted in the prison, and I have. It was actually a pretty good movie.
No, I didn't see that.
Pretty good being in that. He's in it for 3 minutes.
I remember seeing, because I was watching some kind of documentary, and they played a clip of that, and he was.
They probably played all of it that he was in.
Huh?
They probably played all of it that he was in. Yeah.
Okay.
He's in the background for a good portion of it, but I think he has 2 lines.
Officer, come here so I can spit in your fucking eye.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And of course, Wings of Desire, where he toughs through it at being Nick Cave.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about a girl. I'm not.
I would, you know what? That's I think that's an interesting one. I would like to see that.
Well, just because I want to see Nick Cave act and shit, and I think being able to put that combo of him and David Lynch together. But no, also, but I was thinking about it when we were talking about Nick Cage because of that Red Hand file that we read recently.
People thought he's Nicolas Cage, and then they meet together.
It's a doppelganger thing, a doppelganger Tolpa thing. Nick Cage. I don't know.
Then they met, and he was super. Nick Cage was super nice.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
I think that's cool. I would love to see them. If they're going to do a movie together, they have to be in the same. They have to be in the same David Lynch movie.
They have the same fucking hairline.
Yeah, slowly balding.
Yeah.
I would love to see them in the movie together. Maybe they can hang out because David Lynch
what I was thinking.
He loves two cops that are stupid and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could be the cops.
That'd be great.
Nick, the two cops.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
I would watch that.
Nick Cave, Detective Cage, Detective Nick Cave.
Detective Cave. Wait, Cage. The joke writes itself, and that's a David Lynch level joke. Like, it's not a good joke; it's a David Lynch level joke.
It's fucking great. I would love that.
I could see that. And Nick has a good look to him.
He has a great look to him, absolutely.
To just be there, he looks cool. I'm half surprised he wasn't in Twin Peaks because Sharon Von Etten was, and they're friends.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know they were friends, but
they toured together, and she talks about him sometimes. And I met her at some show, and she talked about him, and she was super drunk. It was cool. She's cool.
Nice. Awesome. I think she has some new stuff coming out too,
she's
right?
super talented.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Really, really. If you don't know Sharon Von Etten, she's sort of I don't know what I would call her, post rock maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you going to be seeing that Nick Cave documentary in the theaters or no?
I'll see it. I download everything because I don't know.
Of course.
I saw the Batman in theaters because it's the Batman, and
it's a good theater experience movie.
Yeah. I almost fell asleep, man. It's fucking 3 goddamn hours.
Yeah.
I was like, nope. Oh man, it's so dark and it's cool and it's calm.
Dude, I am gonna make damn sure I have a good big damn fine cup of coffee for Inland Empire when I see that.
Well, and I also you drink heavily, like everywhere I go.
Oh yeah, so you would naturally fall asleep.
I didn't go to sleep until 1. I didn't go to sleep till 1 p.m. today.
Jesus.
I was drinking, and then it's like 10, and I'm like, oh my god, am I still drinking? And then I and I went to the liquor store and I got more liquor. Came home.
You didn't sleep till 1 p.m. because you were fucking drinking?
Yeah, I didn't realize. Normally I drink until I fall asleep.
Didn't realize. What are you doing?
I was on a little bit of a bender.
Clearly. Well, you look great right now.
Thank you. I slept till 5.
I'm not saying that what you're doing is healthy, but I'm just saying for being a piece of shit, you look great right now.
Thank you. I have this cough. I had this nagging cough for like 15 years now. And
yeah.
Every morning I wake up and I spit up blood, and then I piss a little bit of blood, and I shit a little bit of blood.
Please tell me you're joking.
No, I've been doing it for like 10 years now.
10 years, and you think you're on a good run?
Here's what happens. My body makes too much blood. I'm convinced. And so it's got to get it out. Get out this blood.
Causing this. This is fucking bullshit. Just kidding.
It goes, get this blood out of you, sir. And I go, how should I do it? And it goes, well, we'll just take care of that. I'm convinced. I have no proof. I don't want to go see a white doctor and then they tell me something's wrong with me. Number 5.
Get yourself checked out.
Number 5, Mads Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen.
Oh, good choice, dude. Yeah.
I love Mads.
Amazing.
Love him.
Amazing.
I watched him in Bleeder, an early film of his. Valhalla Rising was fucking incredible. Hannibal, obviously. I rate him higher than Sir Anthony Hopkins as far as his performance of Hannibal Lecter. He was the best villain in the Daniel Craig Bond movies.
I was going to say that because here's the thing: I've only seen Hannibal, and fucking Casino Royale. I haven't seen anything else he's been in.
Watch Valhalla Rising. He doesn't have one line of dialogue. He doesn't say one word in it. It's fucking amazing. He's handsome. He's scary. He's quiet. Can you hold on 1 second? Can I stop this for 1 second?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had a phone call from my baby's mother. Some sort of drama.
All good though?
Yeah, something weird. I don't
As soon as
know.
I heard that, because I could hear what she was saying, but then she said, "So something happened," and then I took the thing off.
It was like so her family's pretty trashy and
Chaotic.
trashy is the word, not chaotic. They're garbage cans.
Trying to make it classy.
And she's convinced her sister's on dope.
Uh,
And Ava was over there and had a baggie. She doesn't know if they said it was a wrapper, like a gum wrapper, but she's convinced it was something else. And I don't know. She's like, so she's not going back there. She's let me know she's not going back there. I'm like, good, okay. If you even suspect anything that's like out of the ordinary, she didn't. She wasn't in anything.
That's good of her to call you and let you know about that and all that, whatever.
Yeah,
it might be a lot, but still, that's good.
I mean, I don't know if it's true. I don't know what
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, he's an intimidating. He's got an intensity, and he really doesn't. He can go out of his way to get into a headspace for a character.
Yeah,
and he was in Death Stranding, the video game. He was great in that.
I still need to play that. I mean, I know it's a long game and stuff.
It's
I would love to play it.
Did you play? You're a Metal Gear Solid fan, right?
I love Metal Gear Solid.
Did you play 5?
No, not yet. I still need to
play 5 before you play Death Stranding, so you get like a feel for what's going on.
Is it very similar as far as gameplay goes?
It's just how it's framed, how the game is framed, and how the story is executed is very similar. Yeah.
Okay. Because the 5 is pretty different from all the rest of the games, right?
Yes, very different. Yeah. And you're big boss in it for the second time.
That's pretty cool.
Because you were him in 3.
It was good to be big boss again.
Yeah. He wasn't big boss in 3 until the end, but still.
Yeah, I love that the cover art you did for the top 5.
With him, he had shot the boss, and I love that scene. One of my favorite scenes in all of video game history.
How long did you wait until you pull that trigger? Probably not long at all.
I don't know. When I first played it, I think the first time I played it, I like hesitated.
Yeah.
But you have to. There's nothing you have to do it. Like you can't go.
Yeah, the game won't.
And it's fucked up that it makes you do it. It makes you do it.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking awful. They've always been good with fucking with your emotions.
Kojima knows what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely.
But Mads, my number 5.
He's great, man. He's only been. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned it before we cut off, but I've only seen him in Casino Royale. He's for sure my favorite Bond villain, and I've seen him in a bit of Hannibal. I've only seen up to like half of season 2. I need to finish it. So
2 is where it gets amazing.
Nice.
Like 1's good, 2 is amazing.
I was surprised with how 2 started off. Because I mean, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen 2. Doesn't it start off with Larry or Lawrence Fishburne fucking dying?
Yeah, he gets injured. Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he died. I'm misremembering. Sorry.
Well, you also forget that character's in both Silence of the Lambs, the movie, and the book. So he's not gonna die.
Okay, gotcha.
Go ahead with your next.
Next.
Hey, I want to preface this for anybody wondering when I was talking with my daughter and heroin. There was just she had a baggie. Nothing was in it. There was nothing indicating that it was actually that. She was just concerned that she was worried her sister was on something. She just saw a baggie. Like in the garbage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
I got you.
I don't want to be thinking my daughter had a bag of heroin. No, she saw a baggie in the garbage. That was it. That was what
nobody's got any fucking heroin. Okay, let's move the fuck on.
Yeah. I just don't want people listening to that and being like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
No, I got you. Buddy. Next in mine, one of my fucking all-time favorite actors, Gary Oldman. Would love to see him in whatever David Lynch would see fit. Just the range that dude has.
Oh my
God. The amount of different fucking roles he's played over the years.
He was Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg. He was Sid Vicious. He was Jim Gordon. He was Lee Harvey Oswald. He was that wolf guy. Wolf guy in Harry Potter's. He was. He's every character ever.
The best. The fucking best. And the dude doesn't even remember what the fuck his original accent is anymore.
No, from Batman. Batman, because he had
many...
the Chicago cop accent. It ruined his real accent. He had to go to speech therapy.
Is that when it happened?
Yeah, doing a Chicago accent. He said, I got into the Chicago cop accent. I didn't know what I sounded like.
That's great. I love him, man. But that dude can do no wrong to me. I love that guy. But imagining a more traditional guy like that working with David Lynch, oh fuck, I don't know what I would even see him do. It would be amazing.
I wonder if there would be a level of frustration.
I think there would be, because did you ever see some of the behind the scenes stuff with him on set of Dracula?
He's a very picky guy.
Like he kind of was going head to head with Coppola, right?
Do you think David Lynch could handle an aggressive actor?
I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like Gary Oldman wouldn't do that to David Lynch. I don't think anybody in their right mind would do that to David Lynch.
You never know, though. You never know. Kind of you know, if he I can't see Gary Oldman getting pissed off at David Lynch. You're right, but
you're right.
I don't mean just him. I mean, do you think David Lynch could handle an aggressive, demanding actor?
I think he would get the zen out of him. I think that's something good that Lynch does, right? The way he gets the best out of his actors is maybe by getting that zen, you know, piece out of them into the role, so they can.
I mean, you never hear, you know, if it was gonna be anybody, it would have been Dennis Hopper, who famously got in a knife fight on set of The Wild Ones with Rip Torn. So if it was gonna be anybody, it would have been him
for sure.
Or maybe Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia.
In Lost Highway.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
Oh, I don't know. What am I, Robert Loggia's fucking agent? I have no fucking idea. Look it up, you piece of shit. Robert Loggia,
someone who would have.
No, he's probably dead. He's probably dead.
Robert Loggia's whereabouts.
Yeah. You know what? Everybody calls me up. I'm the Robert Loggia hotline. 1-800-Robert Loggia. Fucking call me up. Is he alive? I'll give you his coordinates right now. He's a fucking.
I don't know. How's Tom Selleck doing? Is he
Tom Selleck is still alive?
Is he? I don't know. I think you know.
No, Tom Selleck's dead.
I don't know. I don't like talking about this stuff because anytime I do start talking about somebody who is alive, they die the next day usually.
Oh, wholesome.
That's when. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not saying it. It happened with Marlon Brando though.
Marlon Brando was an insane old man by the time he died.
I know, but this is funny that when I asked, you know, he died the next day. I asked my brother if he was still alive. I was like 13 or 14.
So let's see. Hey, say Ike Barinholtz's name. Fuck that guy.
Ugly Donnie Wahlberg.
I don't want Donnie Wahlberg to die. I kind of like Donnie Wahlberg. Mark can go.
Well, I said ugly Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah. If one of the Wahlbergs has to go, it's gonna have to be Mark. I got no beef
with any of them.
Well, I hear their burgers are good.
The Wahlburgers.
Yeah, I give them shit because they're morons. That's a good fucking name for a goddamn restaurant.
It is. It's a very good.
I give them immense shit for being, you know, borderline retarded, yokel fucking. All right, my number 4. Gary Oldman, great choice. I don't have Gary Oldman on my list somehow. I don't know how I don't.
Is he one of your favorites, you would say? Or?
I love Gary Oldman. If I see Gary Oldman in something, I have a 20% chance I'm going to watch it. I even watched the one where he was a midget.
Oh, no.
But he's a midget, and it's Matthew McConaughey, and I think it's that British girl from Underworld, I think.
Oh, my God.
And Gary Oldman, and he's a midget, and it's very... My friend brought it over one day, and he's like, I got this movie, and I'm like, you better put that in right now.
We should talk about someday about those movies that wouldn't age well, like the one where Rosie O'Donnell plays a mentally ill woman.
Yeah. We're gonna do content for the Patreon. We should watch some of this stuff.
We should, yeah. definitely.
Just watch these terrible movies like that and Samurai Cop and
Oh yeah, dude.
whatever else. Number 4 for me, I mentioned him before, Shin Tsukamoto, my favorite director, and someone's friends with David, but he's also an actor.
Nice.
As a director, he influenced like David Fincher and Darren Aronofsky. But as an actor, he acts in all of his films. He was in Tetsuo the Iron Man, Bullet Ballet, The Snake of June, Kotaku, which is a great movie. He was in Ishi the Killer by Takashi Miike. He was in Silence by Martin Scorsese. He was in the underrated Shin Godzilla. He was in a movie called Marabito that I recommend everybody. It's about a guy, Tsukamoto, who finds a feral girl and then has to feed her blood. Wow. I love it. It's such a stupid movie. It's great.
Sounds nutty.
He's a strange guy. He's got kind of a limited range because he's an actor. You know, he's a director more than an actor. But I think him and David could really play off because he's a very receptive actor. And as a director, maybe he could bring something to the table and help, you know, at the same token.
Definitely. Yeah. Kind of almost like co-direct in a way.
Not even that, but just like maybe, you know, just help, just suggesting something or doing something. I just would really love to see
give some perspective, different director's perspective.
A different perspective. And Tsukamoto, you know, like I said, he's my favorite director. I think he has an incredible eye and add in that dream like Lynch stuff to that. You got a whole other thing going on there, man.
Something pretty unique for sure.
Yeah, just I would love to see these two work together. And they're really friends, cool. So I mean, it's not a big stretch. But he doesn't really leave Japan. So
what are some of the movies he's directed? Because I honestly don't know much about that.
Tetsuo, he did all 3 Tetsuos.
Okay.
Tetsuo the Iron Man, Tetsuo Body Hammer, Tetsuo the Bullet Man. He did Bullet Ballet, which is my favorite movie. He did The Snake of June. He did Tokyo Fist. He did Kotaku, which is a great movie. We watched it on Mother's Day one year. It's about a woman who's a paranoid schizophrenic that loses her kid.
That sounds wonderful.
I didn't say they were happy movies. I said they were good movies.
I know.
He did Hiroko the Goblin. He did the remake of Fires on the Plane, which didn't need.
I haven't seen any of these, and I know you told me about the Tetsuo movies, and I need to watch those. Tetsuo the Iron Man and all that shit.
Just watch the first one. If you like the first one, it's a whole.
I think I will, dude. There's not a whole as you know, there's not a whole lot that I don't like. So yeah, for sure.
I would recommend any of Gemini was another one. I could keep going, but you know, he does movies that he calls them. You know what a kaiju is?
No, what is it?
Kaiju is a big monster. Like Godzilla is a kaiju.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I have heard that. Yeah,
he does monster. He calls his movies monsters of regular size.
Nice.
This is about people being monsters.
I like that.
All right, go ahead. And you're next.
Next, I'm gonna mention Winona Ryder because
you have to because you're GothPeaks.
Winona forever.
You have to fucking toe. You have to toe the line here. You got to toe the line with Winona Ryder. You have to. Yeah. I like Winona Ryder. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
talking about not great actresses that he could get a lot out of. She's one of them.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. I think he would be able to get a lot out of her, kind of bringing a cool little goth element to it, because she always brings a fucking goth element to whatever the fuck she's in, dude. At least a little bit of that goth fuck you attitude, which I do get out of some more fiery goth women like my lovely lady.
She's yeah. I like Winona. I mean, it's hard to not. She's kind of an institution unto herself.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, I would like a bad movie even if she's in it, just because of her.
She's done plenty of stinkers, so you have a big list.
Oh yeah, yeah, she's done a lot of those. But I can see Lynch getting a good amount of work out of her. So
get some of the stink of what's that guy that I don't like? Scissorhands guy.
Who?
Edward Scissorhands. Who directed that? Tim Burton. Get some of that Tim Burton stink off of her.
Oh, okay. I heard something else. I'm sorry. I bet.
Yeah, not a. You
don't like Tim Burton?
I like Beetlejuice.
I love Tim Burton.
Almost all of that was Michael Keaton being awesome.
So I mean, are they did confirm the Beetlejuice 2, right?
I don't know. Yes, I don't want to see it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. The moment has passed on that.
I get it, buddy.
Winona Ryder, interesting choice. Winona Ryder.
Yeah, not just because that's a bias of mine.
I wouldn't mind seeing her and Laura Dern play off each other.
That'd be interesting. That'd be cool.
I don't know if they've ever been in a movie together.
Tall versus short.
Yeah. They can make them both wear wigs because he likes that.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Maybe they can do a female remake of Twins.
Do you know they were going to do a second Twins movie with like Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Really?
It was going to be called Triplets, and it was going to have him as like.
Oh, I was going to add him, throw him into.
Yeah. And I thought, here's what I thought: if you're going to do it, you got to go black. Like bring a black guy in.
You could only do it at that time too.
Yeah.
Too late now.
1984, Twins 2. We got Danny Glover as the third time.
Danny Glover, perfect. Yes. Danny Glover.
Or whatever Twins came out. Yeah, that would have worked. It would have worked.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Would have been good.
No, I wouldn't have done Eddie Murphy because I think they have the goof guy in Danny DeVito and the serious guy in Schwarzenegger. And so then you have like,
you need.
He's like kind of tired of this,
Danny Glover
getting too old for this triplet shit. You know what I mean, or whatever.
That'd be really fucking great.
There's my pitch for triplets today.
Sounds good.
If they were gonna do it today, it should be Benicio del Toro, Jonah Hill, and
Yao Ming.
Yes, Yao Ming. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal.
The next one for me, I'm not a good actor. Jeffrey Combs.
I can't put a name to that face.
Did you ever see Herbert West Reanimator?
Yeah.
He's Herbert West.
Oh, okay. Got it.
He's been in categorically like every Lovecraft movie for no reason.
What's his name again? I'm sorry.
Jeffrey Combs, Combs.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's kind of a garbagey actor. He's kind of like a C-level actor. I love the guy. Everything he's in, he brings this level of like strange intensity, like unnecessary intensity to any role.
Yeah, it would be cool to see that with Lynch.
He's just like a frenetic, like, and he could just chew on the scenery. And David's like, really good, keep going. And then they just keep, you know what I mean? He would be a fun villain or assistant villain or something. As a madcap kind of like intense guy. He was in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon where he plays the Question. And there's a scene where he's talking to his girlfriend Huntress. And she's like, what are you wearing? He's like, same thing over every day. Blue suit, fedora. And she's like, you're not fun. He goes, orange socks. And I'm like, that's a really good joke the kids aren't going to get because they don't know why she's asking what he's wearing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think if he brings that kind of intensity to it, I can see him doing something cool like that. Okay, Paul.
Okay, Paul.
Or
this is what we do here
in the FBI.
Yeah. Yeah, he could be like a mayor.
Yeah, that'd be fun to get that. Awesome, that's a good choice. Next on mine, Flea. So we're going to talk about the chase.
Flea.
Because you got Flea. That was in that and a few other movies from the 90s that I love.
Flea was never in a Lynch film.
No, but he should be.
I don't know why I thought he was.
I don't know. Because maybe you're confusing him with Henry Rollins, even though we talked about him earlier.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got him confused with somebody else. He was in Back to the Future. He was in The Big Lebowski.
Mm-hmm.
Less Than Zero.
But
I don't know why. I don't know why I thought he was in something. I don't know why.
because it
No,
makes sense, right? It makes sense for him to be in a
it
Lynch
feels
movie.
like he should have been in like Lost Highway or something,
Yeah.
right? Like
You would think.
one of like the
But
15 people he was hanging out with the dad in that. What's his name? Gary Busey. You know what I mean? Like he could have been hanging out with Gary Busey in it. I wouldn't have even noticed.
Yep. One of his drunk friends or something.
Yeah. Or he would have been at Wild at Heart and Bobby Peru's gang.
Oh yeah, and you know what?
That
What he
fit.
would have been? He would have been his Donnie Wild Thornberry's character.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Sitting next to Jack talking about his dog. You know what I mean?
Yep. That'd be perfect.
He would have fit perfectly in there.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. So I mean, he was in the chase.
The chase
with Anthony Kiedis and with good old Henry Rollins and all those guys.
I forgot Anthony was in that too. Yeah.
Yeah, they were both in the same scene together.
God. You know what else movie they were in together? They were in Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Who were they in that?
They were them.
Oh yeah, they were them. They were just them.
They were they. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Doing the Love roller coaster cover. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see more Flea in movies, and you know,
he was in Big Lebowski. He was great in that.
He was funny in that, yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking his character from Big Lebowski. I'm thinking that it was the same guy. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Because when I think that character, I think David Lynch for some reason. So that's
even
why
it was the Coen brothers. Not even in the same realm.
No. So yeah, I think it would be cool to see him and work on a Lynch project.
Yeah, I'd like to see Flea. I would never thought about Flea.
Yeah. Still so fucking cool that he came out to fucking perform We Know Who You Are with Nick Cave and Warren Ellis. Oh,
what a weird song for him to do.
Well, dude, did you see the full video of him performing? Because he had a fucking beautiful bass solo.
Well, I mean, he knows what he's doing. It's a shame that he was in Red Hot Chili Peppers all these years because they suck.
I tried listening to the new album. It's not awful, but it just doesn't really grab me in a way that I wish it would.
I think we talked about this last time. They just want to have sex with the state of California. That's all they want. They want to have stick their penis inside of the state of California, and that's it.
It's not okay. So here's the thing. I've been wanting to ask you about this. Is that so? You like Flea, right? I mean, even as a bassist, and as a musician, fucking amazing. What are your thoughts on John Frusciante? Are you familiar with a lot of his work at all?
No, I'm not actually.
Dude, if you're into like that really weird experimental shit, I would say look into that because he's really good with that stuff. So I mean,
what's his name?
John Frusciante. The last name is spelled it's while he's still alive.
I got it.
Sorry, what?
I found it.
You got it? Cool.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him at all, actually.
Get familiar because dude, he had like a rough patch in the 90s where he like almost died from his heroin addiction. But he's fucking awesome, dude. He's probably the best thing to come out of the Chili Peppers aside from Flea.
Oh, is he in the Chili Peppers?
Yeah, he's in the Chili Peppers. He's the guitarist.
Oh, I didn't know that. I only know the two guys' names.
Flea and Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole band, as far as I'm concerned.
It's weird. It's weird to me because I feel like I don't have, I shouldn't be saying this, but you have two really amazing musicians like that, not even including Anthony Kiedis, whose vocals are like, whatever to me. They're okay. The drummer is great. The drummer is really awesome as far as technique goes, from what I know about drumming, which isn't much. But you think with all these musicians together, they would be putting out maybe different kind of music,
like good music.
But it kind of makes me wonder, like, what these guys. Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, it's definitely a songwriting problem. It's definitely.
Here's the thing. I don't know if it's a problem, okay? Because you have millions of people who fucking love it.
Yeah. And I mean, not a problem for them.
Yeah. Well, you kind of get what I mean. But what I guess I'm trying to get out of it is that if you have people like that together, can you only get a certain result out of a certain group? That can only go.
Are you saying that that even despite talent, can you only get a certain level of accomplishment out of a group?
Yes. Yeah. I
think that there's something to be said for that. I think there's something to be said for a group effort, and what the result is lesser than the people in the group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You could have 5 geniuses and they come away with something stupid because they're working at capacity with each other and they're all carrying a part of the load instead of using their entire
each
talent.
other out in a way.
Yeah, and a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what, that's we call this the Red Hot Chili Peppers paradox.
For sure. But yeah, with that being said, I would say look into John Frusciante's solo work and
looked up.
And look into whatever else he does on the side, because it's always good shit.
He does like a billion other things. He's on like every other, like he just does whatever. He'll show up at people's, oh, you guys recording? No, I'll get on this, and he just does it.
Notably, he works with Tom York's band Atoms for Peace.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's really cool with them. Plays great bass on that.
It's Flea. I mean, I got no argument. I got no argument with Flea. Anything he does is fine.
Yeah, but yeah, we love seeing him work with Lynch again.
We're down to the 2s here, I think, right? Last 2.
No, I think I got one more, I think. Yeah, I only have one more on my list.
Tilda Swinton.
Yeah. Oh wow. Shit.
I feel that I've sorely underrepresented women on this list. But David casts women based on arbitrary designations half the time, it feels like. He just likes how they look. But Tilda, that's a real talent. Real.
Oh yeah. She's I think I would say one of my favorite actresses for sure.
Her range, and she's peculiar, and
Very
she'd be
strange,
easy to fall into whatever. And she's different.
She could play David Lynch.
She could play David Lynch. She could play Gordon Cole.
Put her in the
gender swapped.
Give her the fucking Ray-Ban. Yeah. Give her the fucking hair.
She's played a guy in a number of things. She was a guy in the remake of Suspiria, which sucked. But and she's different though. She's not someone you can use as like a punching bag like David Lynch likes to do with his women. So she has to be like a strong. I would like to see. She's kind of a force into herself. When you see her, she stands out and everything. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I really like.
That's a good choice. That's I'm jealous. I didn't have that.
I would love to see her, because she's got acting chops for days, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, she's one of my favorites. Absolutely.
And hey, speaking of which, she's in a movie called Pinocchio. Do you know who's directing that movie?
It's not
Guillermo del Toro.
Yes. Oh, what the fuck? So isn't that
Nick and Warren are not doing the music?
Ah, bummer. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, wait a second. Yeah.
That's too bad. Still, that's cool, though. That's gonna be cool.
Would be amazing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong about that at all. Oh yeah.
And number 1.
Oh. Just because she's okay. So this one was a tie up, and I'm gonna throw in a non-roll mention afterwards. Liz Fraser, singer of the Cockatoo Twins.
Why?
Are you? Because she's fucking weird, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with who she is. That's a.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not someone I would have picked. Or even thought of.
Well, it was okay. So it was between her and Beth Gibbons from Portishead.
I'd pick Beth.
Well, I think Beth would be too much like Laura Dern though.
Yeah, she could be Black Lodge Laura Dern.
But yeah, it was a toss up between those two. Beth was going to be the honorable mention anyway. But yeah, Liz Fraser, I think she brings
very
something
interesting.
Really strange. Well, because I don't think she even acts. Neither does Beth either. But I would.
Yeah, I was going to say I didn't know that she did any acting.
I don't know. Maybe no, she didn't. She doesn't do any acting. So it's just a far fetched fucking thing.
But well, that doesn't mean she can't.
Yeah.
That just means she doesn't.
You know what? Actually, fuck. If I were able to take those out now that I thought about it, because I was thinking about singers, Bjork, I would have fucking
Bjork.
If I were to redo this list, I would have put Bjork on there.
I think Bjork would be better than them.
Liz Fraser and Beth Gibbons are out. Bjork is in.
That's my number 5. I agree with Bjork because Bjork
acts. On-air change.
She acts and she's strange And yeah, I like Bjork. I don't really care for her music all that much, but
that's exactly the kind of feeling that I was looking for, you know. But
Bjork would
I
bring
forgot about Bjork.
something.
I don't know. She's one of my
She
favorites
would bring
too.
something
So,
different to it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I could see
No.
her just. You know, it would be great if he casted her like a diner waitress, like something really like basic.
Yeah.
But she's got this weird accent. So you wonder what's up with her. You know what I mean? Like,
we just have toast.
yeah, it would be so weird. Like, I'd be off-putting to be like, wait a second, what did you do? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say much else about that. That's just, I think you get what I was going for with that one.
Yeah, yeah. I think out of them, Bjork works the best because she has
a strange woman.
Yeah, very strange woman. You're looking for just a strange woman. Most people are looking for strange. You're looking for a strange woman. My number one is an easy one. I talk about him all the time. John Malkovich.
Oh, buddy. And so appropriate too because of the little Twin Peaks tribute he did recently.
Yeah. I would love to see Johnny Malk. I could call him Johnny Malk. We're friends. He seems tailor-made for a David Lynch movie. His cadence, his attitude, everything he's in seems like it should be a David Lynch movie. You know what I mean? He's such a strange guy.
You're absolutely right.
Even when he's doing like a bad Russian accent in Rounders, I'm still like, okay, I just think Burn After Reading or Shadow of the Vampire, he's great. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John Malkovich, easy one.
Totally easy one. I think probably one of the best choice, probably the best choice on the list between both of us.
He seems like an easy one. I'm surprised they never worked together. He seems like an easy one to be like, you want to be in a movie? And he's like, yeah.
I mean, do you think he's probably a fan, right? Because those little trivia he did for.
I think he is.
Because he did other stuff too, right? Didn't he do like something for Eraserhead and?
Yeah, he's done a bunch of stuff for David. Yeah, so I assume he's a fan. Yeah. My honorable mention on this is someone that I second guessed is Sean Bean, and I second guessed him because David doesn't know what to do with a rugged guy.
Mm.
There's
Sean
never
Bean
any.
Looks like David
there's
Lynch.
Never rugged guys. You know what I mean? I think he would look at Sean Bean and be like, I don't know. You know what I mean? He throw his hands up.
I don't know what to do with you.
And you have to kill him because it's Sean Bean.
Sad. Poor Ned Stark.
Yeah. Alex Trevelyan as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My favorite Bond villain right there. 006. Goldeneye.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good one.
Falls off the fucking... falls like 1,000 feet for no reason. Dies. And the whole thing blows the fuck up. And it's like, wow, he was already dead.
Overkill. Total overkill.
And he's a hard boss in the game too. You gotta chase him down the fucking stairwell.
I've only played the multiplayer with my friends, so I never actually played that.
There's really no one plays the solo missions.
And that was our list. Pretty interesting list, yeah. That was fucking awesome.
We talked about David Lynch's stuff. Do you think there's a chance this will be Twin Peaks related?
Well, you can only hope, right? But actually, no, I don't know, dude. I can't say. I can only answer with I don't know because it's David Lynch. I can't make.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
But it may. I don't know.
I think it may touch in that world, though.
I think there's kind of a universal Lynch theory that I've worked on a lot, that they're all connected. There's no
totally
real proof to that, but all of the weirdness is kind of makes sense that it's connected. Like what's behind, Club Silencio is the same thing as the waiting room, is the same thing as the cell where he changes into what's his name, and is the same thing as, it's all kind of one shared experience.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I think a lot of other people agree with that too. So I think you're not alone with that thought, with that theory.
I kind of like the idea, and we'll talk about a couple of things. That was our list. Wholesome Peaks is back. We talked about that briefly. She was missing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she went to She went to desecrate the Holocaust Museum, is where she went and was arrested. So she was in jail for a couple of weeks.
Jesus Christ, how so?
Yeah, she went to desecrate the Holocaust Museum, firebomb it, I believe is what she did.
Firebomb it?
Yeah, well, she attempted to.
Well, I'm glad she's okay, I guess.
Well, I mean, with that kind of attitude, you know, she's definitely. Then she said she was going to go to Ukraine to fight for Russia.
Oh man, no comment.
So my daughter the other day, she had a cough, okay, and so I have this cough medicine. It's like sleepy time Vicks cough medicine, okay. I said, if you take it, I'll take it. All right. She's like, okay, we'll do that. So I took it, and then she went and wouldn't do it. And I'm like, you got to take it because, like, now I'm gonna fall asleep. She's like, no. I'm like, please take it. She's like, no. I'm like, okay.
This is the plan.
So about 45 minutes later, I fell asleep for like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like only it wasn't strong enough to do any more than that. And I wake up. I look over what she's doing. She's got her diaper off. She'd pissed on something. And she was playing with something. I'm like, what are you doing? And she had ice cream. I was eating ice cream. And I'm like, how did you do any of this in 20 minutes or 45 minutes? And she was like, oh. Like, oh my God.
It's crazy how much fucking chaos can ensue when you're like gone for a second. Or
Yeah.
just asleep for a second. Or if they go like sneak away somewhere else and it's just too quiet in the house.
If you don't hear them making a noise, yeah, I know what's up.
Yeah, that's when you know they're doing some fucking fucked up shit. And then that's when it's fun to sneak up on them and be like, hey, what are you doing? Oh shit, that was too loud.
Do you know what she does to me? I don't know if Alex does this to you, is I'll say, hey, and she goes, like, I'm caught, but like you can't see me or something.
Oh no, I know I used to do that when I was a kid, and it's only a matter of time until Alex starts.
I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And she'll go, I'm like,
can't see me.
I can still see you. You can hear what I'm saying to you. She'll just go, like, son of
a bitch. It's the funniest thing. Remember when you could feel that safe by fucking just trying to close your eyes?
Like, remember when the monsters would get you, so you just tucked your feet in or something, you know what I mean? You covered up and they couldn't get you. Stick your ass out a little bit, maybe they would come at it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, those were nice, fun, innocent times.
Is that what it was?
I think, wasn't it?
I guess.
I always found myself thinking about that and kind of. I don't know.
You long for times when you weren't like a piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I think part of my fucking bullshit, you know, is that I perpetuate this like mournful attitude because of like you know, a childhood being lost, you know. But it's stupid because it's something that everybody goes through. But I perpetuate the mourning process of it, and I don't know what. I don't know why.
Did you have a good childhood?
I did. I think I did, and I think I underappreciated it, or I undervalued it.
I mean, no one knows it's the good times until they're gone. You don't know they're the good times when you're in them. You know what I mean? Like you fucking. I had a terrible childhood until I was like 11.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's you told me some pretty awful stories about that.
Oh yeah, well, I'm not gonna tell them here. People don't like those kind of stories. I don't like tell my genital mutilation or violent stories. I'm not gonna tell my terrible childhood stories. Are not so great. Speaking of David Lynch, of Wisteria Lodge, the band.
Yes.
We listened to 2 of their new songs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that motherfucker blitzed us on it.
Totally did.
He's like, hey, Cat, I need you guys for something. And we're like, what do you need? It's early. I feel like it was early. He's like, I need you to listen to these songs. And we're like, okay, we'll do it Monday. He's like, can you do it right now? And I'm like, and they're long
Like, all
fucking
right.
songs. They're like 6-7 fucking minute songs. It's like he's in King Crimson or something.
How fucking glad are you that we got to listen to that shit though?
I mean, I have some
amazing.
They were good. And the other stuff's fine, but this stuff was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the first song. It was a slower, more methodical, more heartfelt song. I really like that one. You like the other one, was more. I
love the second one. Yeah.
Pace. I think that they are growing into
a heavy goth feel to it. It really reminds me of Type O Negative. It was
like
with the organ and everything. So
they're really growing as a band, and I'm really impressed.
Yeah, and they have some really good shit coming our way. So I'm.
And if you want to buy their vinyl, they're selling it. Go to their page. It's Visteria. It's 2 V's or a W. I don't know. But
one of those things. One of those.
Yeah, motherfuckers like, hey, let's do it right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to do this now. Other stuff going on.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool shit planned. So good for them, and I'm wishing them all the best. I'm trying to give them all the support I can.
And they told us all these dates, and I'm not gonna remember any fucking thing he said. He'll tell us again, I'm sure. He was like, oh, 3/9/11. I think he said they're going to release something on 9/11, which is a day that they celebrate. They said it was the day they really thought that they became a band was 9/11. If I recall them saying that. That's what he said, right? He says it was the day America finally became whole because George Bush took charge, he said. I don't know if you know Visteria love Big Bush, the Big Bush fans, Big Bush Jr. fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have nothing to say about anything all the shit
I'm not fucking adding to that. I'm not gonna add to that.
No, they have something coming on like 11/11.
I can see how fucking uncomfortable Dustin gets sometimes with
it. He does. He goes, he'll do this thing, he'll look at me and he'll be like, oh, like he doesn't know what to fucking say.
He reminds me of Philip Seymour Hoffman and The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. You guy. Does that make me the dude? It makes me the dude in this situation.
I think so, dude.
And he's a super nice guy. Dustin's a super nice guy, but he gets a little bit.
I love the guy.
Like he's not sure.
We're making fun of it with love and everything. So yeah.
I think he's not quite sure how to deal with me totally, like most people.
I don't know how to deal with you, dude.
What else? What else is going on? You got anything you want to talk about? We're gonna kill dead air. Piece of shit. Piece of human garbage. Look at you.
No, dude. I'm just been a busy.
You're working like a crazy man recently. You've got 6-7 jobs.
No, I'm looking for a second job because Daddy's got to catch up on finances and all that fun stuff. So
the American dream, there it is. Man with a family, his soul is falling apart.
It's tough times and it calls for some tough attitude. And so I gotta.
You can work on my crank for $5 a fucking pull.
I'm okay on that. I work the old-fashioned way.
That is the old-fashioned way.
Oh yeah, it is. But yeah, no, dude. So I really haven't had the chance to do a whole lot for myself recently.
I felt the same. Something's happening recently with like time is condensing. Like there's not enough hours. I'm like my hours are like this. You know what I mean? Do you feel the same way?
Well, here's the thing. I knew it was coming. I just can feel with everything going on in my life personally and all that. I can feel that things are going to start tightening up, and that's why I wanted that Nick Cave weekend to be.
You got to get out and have fun.
I wanted to be a nice.
Did she give you anal as a treat? As a treat?
She gave me anal. Yeah.
You get pegged.
I got. Well, yeah. She tried.
Do you dilate before, or do you just let her go in?
She goes in raw, dude.
She goes in raw.
I gotta be a man about it.
No lube or nothing. You don't.
I gotta be a man about it. I gotta be.
That's being a man. She doesn't even spit on it.
So yes, the spit. Yes.
She spits on it. She gotta spit on the cock.
Just because I'm a trash.
You ever spit on your cock? You ever spit on your own cock?
No, I don't.
I've never done that. People talk about.
I've never done that. Never done.
I'm not gonna spit on my cock. I spit in people's mouths and shit sexually, but I've never spit on my cock.
But no, dude, like the Nick Cave weekend, I really wanted that to be a last little thing to
Hurrah!
close out. A last little hurrah! Like, kind of close out a little chapter before things get a little serious and tighten up as far as my schedule goes and as far as finances go. So, but what I'm still trying to do is still make sure that my lady and I are having like some date nights here and there. Just like we're gonna go see Inland Empire and all that shit.
Well, you guys need you get a little bit of tension sometimes. You talk to me about it, and I'm not gonna bring up a lot of your personal stuff, but
it happens.
I think it's good
because with kids and all that and working so much,
it's
a
hard,
lot.
and you got to have that time together. You need that time to decompress together.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing more important in a relationship than having time together, or the whole thing falls apart. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And no way I can let that happen, man. I got a whole little family right here, dude.
Yeah, you got two.
That's
kids,
my everything.
Two kids, and you have a boy with her, and that's her daughter, right? But she's still
No,
I
got you. No, it's all good, dude. I don't mind explaining it. Or where's my coffee? There it is.
So she's 18. She's an adult young lady.
She just turned 18, dude. It's fucking total.
She's a beautiful young lady. She's very sweet. Got good taste. Lord knows where she got any of that from. Fuck, must have been someone else.
I just bought her a little Nirvana shirt yesterday.
A Nirvana.
To the mall with my lady. Nirvana.
You went to a mall? They still exist?
Yeah, no, they sucked. I hated it. I hate them.
I love seeing the people that go in like urban explorers and they go into the old malls.
Oh, yeah,
man. There was a mall around me in high school that they tore down. Okay. But they left the bottom floor, like the escalators down to the bottom floor with all the stores in. So me and my friend used to hang out in there all the time. We would walk down the escalator, go into all the stores, and I have it's a picture of an escalator and it says elevator on it.
Oh, great.
I have it in my living room because I'm like, what? I'm taking that. But it was so cool to hang out that we would go in there and get fucked up and drink and just hang out. I don't know. I like that kind of shit.
Classic mall rat. Yeah.
We were literally in a mall that was no longer existing. I like seeing the decay of urban life in America.
You like seeing it?
I like when things fall apart. I enjoy most of it.
Do you revel in the chaos and everything?
I like revolution. You know what I mean? I like when things are on the cusp of horrible. What do they say? It's darkest before the dawn.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what's coming. Like I said, I think I've said it a little bit recently. I don't remember which episode I said it on, but I've been feeling a little bit more, a little bit more negative these days about the future. But but you know what? I'm still maintaining the positive attitude.
I'm telling you, we're gonna go. I'm gonna be a Mormon. I'm gonna go live on their compounds.
I don't know if I want to go
in the far. Doom DOM books. That's where they go. In the third book, they go to the Mormon compound because it still exists. And I'm thinking, who the fuck wrote this book?
Yeah.
But no, if hell breaks loose, the Mormons have got it locked down.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think I'm going that far, but no,
you can live in hell. I'm gonna be cool being a Mormon. I don't give a shit.
I'm still just gonna control whatever I can around me, dude.
Very little.
Yeah, very little. Which I'm
your coffee intake.
Yeah.
How do you take your coffee?
No, I'm not controlling. I'm not controlling that. Well, that's my classic iced Americano.
Iced Americano. What makes it an Americano?
It's just espresso and water. That's it.
That's gross.
Not gross. It's really good.
I don't drink coffee. Bad for you. I don't drink caffeine.
Fuck you. I take crack.
I smoke. I used to smoke crack. Yes.
I know. I'm sorry. I should make it really clear that you used to do this, but not.
Yeah, I don't do any recreational drugs since I've had my daughter. But I used to do. I've only ever done crack and coke and heroin and acid and mushrooms and mescaline and etc.
Yeah. And
I don't smoke weed. I have never smoked weed. I have smoked weed, but I don't regularly. Never did it.
It never became
yeah, I never really liked it. Yeah, I just did acid instead.
Yeah, it's total opposite for me.
Seemed a lot easier.
Yeah, just
this is one thing. Yeah, you take a couple tabs. Oh, whole day watching Doctor Who.
Sometimes I just get fucking tired of smoking because of the hell that I put my lungs through sometimes.
It's too complicated now. Weed has gotten too complicated.
Especially with what we do. I mean, like we do the dabs and all that shit.
Oh my god! And dabs, you gotta like nuclear heat a hammer.
I hate it.
And then you
man.
gotta fucking
like
take a piece of rebarb and you gotta pound the rebarb. Then you gotta tie a string. It's like a Rube Goldberg fucking machine. You gotta put you put a marble down, and the marble goes down and it hits the bird, and the bird flies off, and the bird hits the iron, and the cast iron comes down, and the iron hits the thing, and the thing rolls down, and it hits a bowling ball, and the bowling ball goes to the weed, and the weed superheats on it, and it bangs into a thing, and it fucking shoots a puff into your face, and then you're high. It's ridiculous. Dabs are insane. People got like blow torches and shit. I'm like, what are you fucking doing? I'm doing a dab, and I'm like, this is an industrial wasteland you have developed to get high.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that crazy, but it's
ridiculous.
It's a little
it is
there.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know those guys are like,
they do this. Like if you're using a torch, you're not really feeling all that great about what you're doing. I think.
Like I know heroin addicts that don't have that complicated of a system. Do the things, done. They don't gotta superheat anything.
Well, that's why I'm a big fan of the edibles, so.
Yeah, I took edibles one time when I was on the floor, puking, done, rolling my head on the ground. I couldn't do. Weed hits me like in a way that I can't explain.
No, it's okay. That happens. It's not for everybody.
Don't tell me it happens, you piece of shit.
What do you mean it happens?
I don't know.
What do you mean
I was being combative for no reason. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just your Tourette's. I don't know.
It's my Tourette's. If I told people I had Tourette's, do you think I could get away with things that I say?
No, I don't think that card.
I was at the liquor store today and I was fucked. I was like, they had just opened, and I'm like, yeah, and there's a bunch of weird dudes there, like they look like Dungeons and Dragons players.
Uh-huh. So
I'm like, what are these? It's like, the guys are awful busy. And he's like, yeah, some new bourbon's dropping today, and these guys have to get it first. And I was like, that explains all the douchebags. And he goes, what? And I said, explains all the douchebags. And he was like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That's what he said. That's funny.
Yeah, I was drunk. I went grocery shopping drunk one day last week. Because I go like 7:00 in the morning. Because I'm not doing it. I have bad anxiety and like I don't want to do it.
Oh yeah, you don't want to deal with people and shit.
And I'm going and I'm getting honey bunches of oats. Okay.
My favorite cereal.
I love it. And there's two kinds. There was almond and honey roasted. And there's a broad.
They're both great. They're both great.
But there's a broad standing next to me. She works there. And I go, hey, can I ask you a question? It's not work related. She was like, yeah. And I said, so this is honey bunches of oats. She's like, yeah. So doesn't that imply that they have honey already? Why do I need honey roasted? There's honey in it.
It's
right?
Like,
am I right?
Yeah, I guess.
She was like, yeah, I think so. I was like, I just wanted a second opinion.
How do you know she didn't just agree with you, dude? You would bother her and look at her.
Of course she's going to agree with me. I don't want an actual conversation. I just want to hear yes, that I'm right.
It's not a valid agreement.
Yeah, I don't care how she really feels. I'm drunk at 7 a.m. grocery shopping. I just want to hear yes, right.
Grocery shopping. I love that.
That's how I get all my shopping done. Then I don't feel a thing.
Good job.
Every job interview I've ever had, I've been drunk, and I've gotten every job I've ever interviewed for.
I believe you. You're like a Bert Kreischer from Philly.
I take that. Yeah. People think I'm very entertaining.
You are.
I once had a guy tell his boss, "Well, do you want to hire this guy?" And he's like, I heard him talking. He didn't think I heard him. He's like, "Yeah, he's really good, but he says really weird stuff."
I feel like maybe people say that about me behind my back.
No, they say you're a boring fuck.
I probably am.
You don't interact with anybody. You don't interact with anybody anymore.
I don't interact with anybody. So
if you are a lady on Instagram, please do not message GothPeaks. It gets him in quite a bit of a pickle, to the fault of no one. That's just what it is. Don't message him. Don't think about messaging him. Don't attempt to message him. Don't do it. Doesn't do him any good in his life. I don't know what you're trying to do. I know you think, oh, there's that goth. They think, they go, oh, there's that goth guy. It's not very goth at all. And they go, that's pretty cool. And there's that goth guy makes fun of black girls. You know what I mean? Like he does likes to do, and and you want to get in on that. Don't. Instagrams is not your dating site. This coming from a guy who gets dates from Instagram. Don't do it. He doesn't want you to do it. He doesn't want you to do that to him. He wants to be left alone. He's a man. Enjoy his memes. Like the memes. Share the memes. Buy his merch. Buy my merch.
Doing,
we're gonna be we're gonna have to do merch for the DemonPeaks soon.
We should. I think we have to.
So come up with some fucking ideas for once. Do something useful for me.
Hey, fuck you.
Mr. can't even get the right title on the fucking right episode.
Oh, which one did I do? With number 11?
It's like 9 and 11.
All of them?
It was 9/11.
9/11. Yeah, that's what it was.
But that's don't message him. This is from me. And don't, you know what? Most of you don't message me unless you're a good looking lady. Go ahead and message me.
Yeah, send it all to him.
I don't want that either, man. I talk to like 90 people a day and I get stressed out. I'm like, I don't want to. I'll look at my phone and I'll be like, I can't talk to anybody for like an hour. And I'll have like 115 messages from people.
Yeah, that's gonna just put the phone down, right?
Yeah, I just don't look at it. I'll go take a shit and read or something, you know?
Yeah.
So I was listening today about these guys, Richard and Alberto Flores, were in Mexico, and they were driving an SUV, okay? And they drove into the small village, and the people in the village were talking on WhatsApp. It's very popular in Mexico. And somebody had said that though an SUV was trying to kidnap kids. So they got at these guys, and then the cops took them away, the guys. They broke into the police station and got the guys, and then burnt them alive. And it was live on Facebook.
What the fuck?
These guys didn't do nothing. And the police didn't do nothing, obviously. What are you going to do at that point?
God damn.
Ain't that fucked up?
That's brutal.
It turns out no one was stealing kids. It's just a miscommunication. Busted into the police station, took these dudes, set them motherfuckers on fire live on Facebook. Ain't that some shit?
That's pretty fucked, dude.
You wonder why people try to break into this country from Mexico. Motherfuckers are getting set on fire. I dare you to make some shit up like that. I dare you to even try. That's some fucked up shit.
That's fucking wild. That's ruthless, dude.
Yeah. You think at some point, like, they said they kept lighting them back on fire and they were dead. I mean, they were dead by that point. You think like the third or fourth time you lit a motherfucker on fire, you'd be like, man, think about where my life is going.
You ever seen those awful cartel videos, or you ever watched
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God. I've seen some awful ones.
I have seen them. I hate that shit. They just execute motherfuckers and they got no soul.
What's up with that? With like what's that part of us that needs to see stuff like that sometimes? I mean, I don't really. There's a wonder in us about the depths of human depravity, and like know that it's real or something. I don't know.
I think it's almost an affirmation that we're alive. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I suppose
we used to see death a lot more frequently in the human race. And because of our lifestyles and our rules and our laws, we don't quite see the hunter-gatherer macabre nature of life. And so there's that instinctual thing to, like, a feral nature in us a little bit, to see stuff like that every so often. It's gross and it's depraved, and I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. There is something there that drives people to want to see that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it gives you a different perspective on life, you know? I mean,
I guess. I've done some janky things to people.
Different perspective on something. Whatever, that's fucked up.
I mean, I've done some janky things to people in my life, but they do some fucked up shit. Like, that's a little too much for me.
Yeah.
You know, and you wonder, like, how do you live with yourself? Because I live very poorly with myself, and I haven't even done that stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, who knows? Something in their environment allowed them to have that shit normalized for them, and
ain't that a damn shame? What, motherfuckers are getting set on fire? Goddamn, take out a goddamn show is it? Yeah. Here we're getting some new Beavis and Butthead movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be on what is it, Paramount Plus, I think, or what?
I don't know what that is.
It's
Paramount Plus.
There's a bunch of streaming services now, dude. It's
I
all
have
over the place.
I got rid of my Netflix because they're pedophiles, and I have Hulu. I don't really like it. I have it for Ava mostly to watch kids stuff.
Gotcha.
And Ava's mom she's got an ID channel addiction. She likes the murder porn stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know how she watches it all day. I'm like, you know what? This is all about men killing women. Why are you watching this all day?
Dude, Myrna loves the fucking those murder mystery stuff too. Like
They love it. I saw someone
that.
say that they should change the bathroom, the woman's bathroom, from a woman in a skirt to a woman watching a podcast about being murdered.
All for that, yeah.
They love that shit. I can't. I don't know. It's a little too much for me.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose if I'm sitting down with her watching it, I can like kind of be like,
I can get into it, but it's all about men murdering women. Why do they want to hear about men? Statistically, men murder a lot of women. Like that's what they do for for reasons that we can't get into because it's disgusting.
I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what it is, but I've heard some pretty rational explanations or like theories as to what it could be. But
yeah, it's called misogyny.
I don't think it's exactly misogyny.
I think it absolutely is. It's a man trying to control
I don't think they're watching for the misogyny.
Oh, you mean why did they watch it? I thought you meant why did men kill women.
No, not that. No,
I was gonna question what the fuck you were talking about. You heard some reasons.
No, I mean that's obvious.
Probably for the same reasons we watch cartel videos. For the same reason we watch cartel videos. It's a fight or flight. It's a fear. It's the other side of life kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I think that touches on it. Yeah,
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, buddy, I think I'm going to be cutting it here, man.
Okay.
We're
cutting it here. He was eating a whole box of tacos when I started talking to him.
I
had to be late because he was eating a whole box of fucking tacos, like a piece of shit.
Now I got to order.
That is pizza. The Dark Punks Peak Cast, the Podunks Pod Peaks this week. Next time, same bat time, same bat channel. We're looking at Twin Peaks. Season number 1, episode number 7, the season finale.
All right, buddy. Well, this was fun.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.